Yo, what's up guys, Bots here, and I'm back with another YouTube video, and this time we're going to be playing some ladder using the best spam deck in the meta right now. What do I mean by spam? Well, you have recruits, you have royal hogs, and just it's kind of like a fireball bait deck. So really strong defense because you have the zappies and of course the goblin cage, the flying machine too. So a lot of fireball bait cards and just kind of like a spam deck in general. Barbell's really good in this deck because it kind of serves as a tank for, you know, your flying machine, zappies. It's just good to be able to play in front of things like as a mini tank, and I just think it's really good on defense in lots of situations. Like Fireball, Barbell do end up killing, you know, Night Witch, and then you can go for Electro Spirit to finish it off. Barbell's good against, you know, log bait decks, and I just think overall it's the best spell to have in this type of deck. So Osama's actually, yeah, on my friends list. 9th in the world right now. My friends list, actually, I'm not gonna lie, is pretty stacked. I have 8th on my list too, 4th, and then what, I guess 3rd, 2nd, 1st. It's always fun to like watch people. But anyway, before we get into the first game, if you guys want to support me, create a code BOSS. Any Supercell game helps support me, the channel. Really do appreciate all you guys who do use my code. It means a lot. So I'm not insanely high up right now, 837, like a little below my season highest. I'm gonna be like been a little bit busy the last couple days for a couple different reasons. Like one, end of the school year, like getting some like schoolwork done because I have like, you know, tests and projects because we're almost like a month until I'm done and like I graduate and I'm done high school. And then also I've been like looking at like I'm getting like a car too, so that's been like something I've been spending a lot of time on like the last few days, like getting ready for that and stuff. So I haven't been like grinding as much, only been playing like probably a couple hours the last couple days, but last couple days of the season I'm going to be playing a lot, obviously, to try to get the best finish I possibly can. Hopefully can, you know, get top 10 or at least top 50 for a good amount of CRL points, of course. But anyway, let's go ahead and focus on this game here. So looks like this guy's using probably Royal Hogs too, but he most likely has a different variant than we do because he obviously, well, I mean, he obviously does because he has poison. So this could actually be the exact same deck with poison, or you might end up having Mega Knight Royal Hogs. We'll just have to see. So small lead for us here. Alright, so we can go for a cage, we can go for a flying machine. And Electro Spirit's going to help out as well. So we're going to have a little bit of pressure, I guess, in both lanes. We're going to have the Brawler, and then, of course, we're going to have the flying machine. I was maybe going to split Royal Hogs, but I thought it would be a little bit too aggressive, so I decided not to. And he's going to play the recruits, but he ends up playing them late, so Flying Machine does lock on the tower. And this is looking like it's going to be pretty much a mirror match, except he has the poison instead of the Fireball. So in my opinion, this shouldn't be too hard for us because Fireball gets way more value in this matchup than the poison, just because we can instantly take out like a Flying Machine, Zappies, or hit back to like the Royal Hogs, where the poison has to take more time to deal with all like the spam cards. And I just think overall, poison is not very good in this meta. It's only good against Graveyard, but that's kind of it in my opinion. Otherwise, it just makes so much more sense to have a Fireball in this kind of meta, especially when there's a bunch of Mother Witch as well. As you guys know, RG Mother Witch is very popular right now. Anyway, we're going to go for a Fireball here on top of the Zappies and the Flying Machine, and we are going to be able to take his tower. And yeah, this is like looking, yeah, just over at this point. I mean, I don't see him taking one of my towers in the next 45 seconds, especially with having recruits down. It's just going to kind of like create a wall, like prevent him from being able to break through. And again, with him having that poison, just not going to be able to get the value he's looking for in this matchup, which is why I 100% prefer Fireball. You can see like in any type of like mirror matchup, so much more useful to have that Fireball. So should be able to, yes, yeah, just walk away with this one. 20 seconds to go, nothing he can do. But yeah, it kind of shows you like how you want to play the mirror match. Like I felt like I played it pretty well. You know, I was aggressive when I needed to, and just really the defense wasn't a problem at all. So GG, easy win. Yep. So we're not going to get too many trophies because he's lower than me, 26, so below the average, which is 30. Alright, keep going. Try to get back to 7,100. This is already at 7,100 a few days ago, but it'd be nice to get back there, I guess. And we should be able to find games quickly, because unless you're like top 100, doesn't take too long. So here we go. I'm going to wait a little bit just to see if he wants to make the first play, because, I mean, we don't have a you know, it's not a type of deck where you can't make the first play, but it's not a cheap deck, so there's no rush to just, you know, you don't need to, like, immediately make the first play. You can take your time. Looks like this guy's going to have a Valk and Skeletons, so that doesn't really, I mean, it could, you know, this could actually be Ice Bow, and if that's the case, we actually have a really good matchup, so I hope that's what it is. With Valk, he has a higher chance of winning, but with him having Rocket, it's really difficult for him to defend in this matchup. What we can do is we can actually be really aggressive, especially with, like, our flying machines. We have a hard counter. See? This is what I was telling you guys. Like, I was saying, like, with the Valk, it might be a little harder, but you can see his Valk was out of cycle. There's nothing to do. That's why he gave up. Like, Ice Bow players will tell you, like, anyone who uses Ice Bow, this is one of the hardest counters for them, because you have Flying Machine, you have Recruits, you have Zappies. Like, what are they supposed to do? They can't ever get an Expo to lock on your tower, because with Ice Bow, they can't outcycle you as easily as, like, 3.0. And also, so they can't ever get an Expo on the tower, and on top of that, they can't ever Rocket cycle you, because if they try to do that, you are just going to overwhelm them, because how can they afford to spend a 6 elixir rocket on your tower and also defend, like, Recruits and a Flying Machine? Like, it just can't be done, which is why he gave up. I really nothing more to say. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about those Recruits. I think I might have been a little distracted, like I was talking, explaining. I think I would have rather gone with Zappies, if I'm being honest, because Recruits first play is a little aggressive, but he did go for 2 elixir, so really, I consider those Recruits to be worth 5, if you think about it that way. And actually, it looks like it is going to pay off. Recruits get on top of the tower. We're going to bring it down pretty low. I'm going to go ahead and ignore this Ghost 100% to ensure I can defend these E-Barbs. Otherwise, they're going to be a little scary. Zappies are able to completely clean it up for the most part. I might need to go for, like, an Electro Spirit just as in, like, insurance to make sure they don't get, like, 3 hits on my tower, which, of course, as you guys know, is way too much damage I'm willing to take. Already an incredible start to this game. I don't really know what happened. I didn't think the Recruits first play, like, I thought that was a little risky, but he apparently did not. Wow, this guy just, that's aggressive. Okay, so we're gonna just go for our own Recruits. I don't really see him breaking through here, especially since we have the cage down. I am gonna go for a Flying Machine, though, just in case. And he actually, I don't really exactly know how, but he got a good amount of damage, even though we went for our own Recruits. Well, Flying Machine isn't going to lock on the tower, though, because he doesn't have a lot of elixir. I'm just kind of concerned about this. We're just going to Fireball, though, and I am kind of hoping we're going to be fine. We're, I think, a little low in elixir compared to him, but besides that, we do have the damage lead. Hopefully we can keep this kind of like a 1-tower game and he doesn't end up taking my tower. I am going to Barbell this. He might go for Wall Breaker shortly after, knowing that we just used it. Actually, he's... Okay, so this is going to, yeah, be a 2-tower game then. I didn't know he had the... Oh, I need to stop looking at the camera and just focusing at the game. Like, I looked at the camera and... You know, well, you know, that's what I get for trying to be nice and look at the camera when I'm talking to you guys. I guess it's just better to be rude and not look at the camera. Well, I don't know if that would have mattered anyway. We were storing in a great spot, but I mean, it's not over yet. Like, he doesn't have a big spell, at least I don't think so. If he had a rocket, nah, he's used all his cards. I'm pretty positive. So that means we're still technically in this. There's always the chance, but, you know, we're certainly not looking good at this point. No doubt about that. We're going to have to definitely make a comeback. I will say, though, those Recruits that he played weren't the best. We're definitely able to get some counter push here off of those, which is great. But I don't know if it's going to be anything significant. We'll have to see here. I am going to get a cage down just so he can't, like, spam us, you know, with like a bandit in the middle or something like. There you go. That's exactly what I was talking about. So just like that, that might be what we needed to come back, because that bandit was very aggressive. So I'm going in now. Hopefully this isn't too aggressive. Flying Machine actually... One more? Wow. 1 flying machine is all it took. So that was a nice win there. That game was kind of all over the place. Like, I first thought, like, it started out well, then he kind of came back, and then it was looking really bad, and then I came back. But just like that, we won off of pretty much 1 flying machine, and off of him being too aggressive with 1 bandit. So yeah, very interesting deck. He actually made it pretty high up. Wow, he's on quite a tilt. Anyway, yeah, we're looking good. We're actually getting closer and closer back to our season highest. I'm almost in the top 500 now, so let's keep going. I'm on a good win streak overall right now. I'll show you guys. Won my last 3 games, and then I lost this, but look at that. Before I lost that, I won like 7. So recently, like, we won like 10, 11 games and only lost 1. So we're on a pretty solid like streak overall. So we'll give this guy the good luck here. He's going to go ahead and go. So we'll just Electro Spirit on top of that. And then we'll wait a second or two, see if he wants to do anything. And then if not, I'm probably just going to go ahead and Incase. I think it's just the safest thing. That or splitting zappies. And it looks like he's going to go for an Inferno Drag. So Inferno Drag Heal Spirit, it's kind of making me think Bridge Spam, but that's still not enough information to like know for sure what he's using. So we're going to have to be patient and see. But I'm leaning... Oh, my. Okay, well, this is not an easy matchup. I actually think... Do we go for the... I almost wonder if we should just go for the 3 crown here. But if he gets a massive pushdown, it's so hard for me to defend. Yo, are we actually going to 3 crown him? Like, right now? Okay, well, here's the thing. In my opinion, this isn't an easy matchup. But if he's going to do what he did in, like, Elixir Golem first play and then Healer and then have no Elixir, then he can lose. Like, in my opinion, he needs to play passively in this matchup. And if he goes for Elixir Golem in the back and double Elixir, gets a Night Witch behind and E-Drag down... The reason why I don't think it's an easy matchup, in my opinion, is because recruits are not good against the... But it doesn't matter because he played 7 Elixir in single Elixir, like, only had 3, and then he had nothing. Like, he had nothing, so I just overwhelmed him. And then he was forced to commit Elixir to defend, and then couldn't support his Elixir Golem anymore. Like, that's the thing. So we really pressured him very smart there, and these have been some weird games, this video, especially that last one. That was so quick, but... That's what you have to do. I mean, you cannot let them build a push. Like, you have to pressure them. Like, I would recommend, like, not using your recruits if they have an E-Dragon cycle, because they get no value on defense when they have an E-Drag behind that Elixir Golem. So, that was a super fast game. We're keeping this win streak alive, I guess. Let's keep going. Maybe we could even get to 7,200. That would be pretty crazy if we can just have that massive of a win streak. But you never know. I mean, if we keep this momentum going, you never know. So, here we go. Should find our next game in 10 seconds. I don't think I'll have to edit out any of the search time. We'll cancel and search again. If any is more than like 20 seconds or so, I'll probably do it, or 30, but I'd rather not, because of the time it takes to process and render, and then it takes longer for me to get the video out, so we'll give it these, you know, like 10 more seconds, I guess. Well, took a little while, but not the end of the world, I guess. So reverse Ahmed Tarek. So this guy uses log bait, I'm pretty sure. The only reason why I know that is because I've versed him before, and that's usually what he uses, unless he changed, because I think he might be a little tilted right now. I'm not entirely sure. But when I played him before, he used log bait. We'll see if that's what he's using. So we're going to cage. So he just leaked a good 4 Elixir. And then zapped. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. So, he for some reason just leaked, like, a good amount of Elixir. And I'm not sure why. He might know something I don't, but that did not seem like a great play to me. So, we can recruits. And he's... yeah, let's not let those connect. He's going to zap the recruits, and they still have a little bit of shield on, which is good. Let's try to Flying Machine to take out this princess. I doubt he's going to let it take it out, but this will at least... Yeah, I mean, it forced Elixir out of him, and we're going to get the recruits to the tower as well, so I'm curious what he does here. I'm going to zappies, I think. And then I guess, unfortunately, we kind of have to bar barrel this, but I was thinking he would barrel, but actually he decides to go for the miner. I'm going to pressure to prevent him from playing a goblin barrel. He's going to log. And goblins. So, that worked out, I guess. We're going to get a good amount of damage. Kind of scared about him going for... Yeah, what we're going to do here is we're going to go for recruits, because I had nothing else in rotation that would be efficient for, like, taking out a princess, and this is also going to give us a lot of counter push potential. Like, he has to defend both lanes or he takes so much damage, so I actually think that was worth it, because we took out a 3 elixir princess, we forced a 4 elixir mini P.E.K.K.A out of him, and we forced 2 elixir goblins out of him for 7 elixir recruits, so we technically got value out of those, even though we did end up having to take a couple princess shots. I think it was worth it in the long run, instead of going for like a fireball or like something like that on top of it instead. So we can actually go for a fireball like this. This is looking pretty good for us at this point, because he's having a really hard time defending and also pressuring us, because he's just getting really bad elixir trades on defense. Like you can see here, he even had to go for a defensive miner, and he's still going to take damage from the zappies. Princess even targets the zappy late too, so this is just not looking good for him at all. I mean, if he has a rocket, I guess he has a chance if he can defend a couple more times. But if I'm being honest, it's just not looking great. He has to miner again, and this is coming in. I'm even going to fireball, because I'm pretty confident he, didn't have any way of stopping that. So that's going to be GG. Like, I don't know. I felt like that was pretty tough for him to defend. But, I mean, look at this win streak we're on, guys. I mean, that's pretty insane. So 1, 2, 3, 4... 5 games in a row, and then we lost one, only one, right? But then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row. So that's 12 wins, 1 loss. Not too shabby at all, in my opinion. Yeah, we'll see if we can keep it going. Most likely, like 1 or 2 more games. If we have a really long game here, probably this will be the last one. But if it's a pretty quick game, go for probably 1 more. So we'll see. There we go. So we got our next game versus Ivering. Ooh, this person's higher than me by a good amount. If I win here, you'd get like 40. So let's try to focus up. Hopefully we get a good matchup here. Even if not, maybe we outplay him, like whatever the case is. So we can actually go for a goblin cage. He's going to go for minions. Well, it's probably Sparky or Lava Hound then. I don't know what else it would be. We're just going to... Okay, well, we're going to pressure with Royal Hogs. And let's see. I think our best bet is probably... Let's just go for zappies and then... Oh, wow. The fact that that didn't shoot. Oh, my gosh. I feel like we're getting really lucky. I'm not going to lie. Like, I think a lot of these games we've gotten a little lucky, especially this one. Like, right now, the fact that that just happened. Yo, did he already give up? Yo! What is going on in this video? He already gave up? Or, no, he didn't give up, but... Bro, what has this video been? Oh, my gosh. Have we just been getting, like... I don't know, we've kind of been getting blessed with matchups, I'm not going to lie. You guys might be wondering, like, what's the hardest matchup for this deck? Lava Hound's pretty hard. Golem's pretty hard. Holy moly, what is going on? Like, alright, I'm gonna do this. Like, I don't know if it's a good play, but bro. Usually I see people do it. Like, usually I see people go for, like, recruits on the King Tower when they're able to play it there. And because he literally has to take 2 of our towers just to stay in this game, I feel like it's not a bad play, you know? And we can go, like, recruits like this on top of the Sparky. This guy might not even take a single tower, actually. Wow, this has been absolutely insane. Bro, he's done. He can't stop these Royal Hogs. Like, it's over. That's game. Wow. That's insane. That's actually insane. I'm going for the flame. We're getting 39. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, okay, that's okay, that's just insane. We've been getting like really good luck. We're just on a roll right now. Well, this matchup actually wasn't good. I take that back. We're not getting insanely luck with the matchups because this matchup wasn't good. He just didn't play well. But this was an amazing matchup. Wow. Yeah, so 13-1 right now today. Like, won 13 games, lost 1. That's insane. I don't know if I'm going to clickbait in the title, something like that. Like, I don't know, like big win streak or something, but sheesh. So yeah, well, this will be the last game because that one went by pretty quickly. Win or loss, definitely be the last one. If we can end on a win here and go undefeated this video, that would be pretty insane. And prove this deck is quite good in the meta. I also don't think it's too hard to play, like, either. It's obviously not, like, really low skill, but I don't think it's, like, you know, I don't think it's that complicated to play once you practice it for a bit. And it's good in the meta. I mean, it counters Electro Giant, counters RG, right? 2 of the best decks right now, so it's not bad. So, tip, if they go for a log, just go recruits first play because typically, like, a log is one of the best answers to recruits because it obviously takes the shield off of one lane of them, so it's a pretty good play. It looks like this guy might be using Viper's deck, Hog X NATO. Not a good matchup in my opinion, because of course he ends up having the Executioner, the Valkyrie, and the Log, and Tornado. He's able to get that King Tower activated most likely, and again, Executioner, Valkyrie, Tornado, Log, I think it's going to be a little tough, but then again, you never know what's going to happen. I feel like the one saving grace we got for us is his Rocket doesn't get much value at all for him in this matchup. So with that in mind, we certainly have a chance, but I just don't I just don't think it's going to be easy, but we'll see how it plays out. Obviously, this guy isn't Viper either, so he hasn't mastered the deck, you know, obviously as much as Viper has, so that's also going to be helpful for us too, but it still might not be enough, so we'll see. So Rocket does come down. That's a negative trade. So, I mean, anytime he does that, unless he's getting something else along with the Royal Hogs, is not going to be the optimal trade for him. But then again, it's not horrible because he takes no damage. So he might go for a Hog and Goblins because I just used my bar. Yep. See, I knew it. Hog might get one hit. No, actually, no. None at all. So we're going to split our Royal Hogs. We got a Brawler in one lane, Flying Machine in the other. Good opportunity for us to get a little bit of, you know, split damage here. Flying Machine does lock on the tower. Yeah, this is the thing about the Flying Machine. It, wow. Are you kidding me? You got to be joking. The Flying Machine literally took half of the tower. That's insane. That's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I don't... Wow. So this is actually looking pretty good for us all because of the Flying Machine. Wow, that's pretty insane. Zappies are getting a ton of damage as well, and he has to play Valk just for the Barbell. Yeah, I don't think this guy's playing that well, like, definitely not as good as Viper would, but at the same time, I will say the Flying Machine is definitely not easy for him to deal with. I will give him that, but I still don't think he's been playing it that well. That's also really not valuable Rocket, because he only hit 3 of the Hogs. We'll see what he's going to do here. He's probably going to... Huh. I was expecting him to get some damage off of that, but luckily he got nothing. So I guess he's going to pressure here really hard. This might be where we want to counter push. I'm going to try to avoid using my fireball this time on defense, so then that way we can actually get some pretty solid counter push, because if we have the fireball on defense, we're spending 4 elixir that we're not going to be able to get back on, like, you know, kind of like invest into offense. So that's something to keep in mind. And it looks like here we got it. One more hit, and that's it. Wow, that he's mad. Wow, great video, great, flawless, 38 trophies, flawless, perfect. It couldn't. The video could not have gone better. It wouldn't have been possible for it to have gone better. I mean, look, 38, 39, 36, 35. Big gains in trophy wins, especially in the last few games, were, I mean, we climbed, like, this video almost, we did climb, like, we climbed, because I started the video at, where did I start the video? I started it here, right? So we climbed up, like, 220 trophies in, like, a half hour. Actually, like 25 minutes, because I spent some time in between each game, like, talking. So I climbed up over 200 trophies in 25 minutes. Well, there you go. That's proof this deck is pretty solid right there. Wow, I was not expecting that. Not a single loss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins in a row. 1 loss, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14-1 recently in the battle log. Not bad at all. Yeah, wow, great video. It's very rare that they go this amazingly, like, very rare, but wow, that was awesome. So make sure to like the video if you guys enjoyed it, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and thanks again until next time, guys.